Alright people, so we actually got some pretty cool fairy tale news. Remember about like a year or two ago now that it was announced we're getting another fairy tale movie? Well, they're finally coming out with more details, and it's not too much, but we got a title, we got an official title, and we have a pretty good idea of when it's coming out. Now, the fairy tale movie is going to be called Fairy Tale Dragon Cry, and it's coming spring of 2017, so somewhere like April, I'm guessing, or May, somewhere along those lines, we'll be getting this film, which is a good thing because, again, we got that promotional poster, Natsu Dragonized, and it looked so fucking cool, and I was like, okay, when we're gonna actually see this film, but seemingly we're getting it 2017, a new website was opened up with just the title, but it is going to be interesting because, again, I've been theorizing since we got that Natsu Dragonized stuff, and especially the stuff that's happening in the manga right now, it kind of pertains to this. So I'm kind of curious if maybe this film is going to tie in with the events of the manga. Maybe, who knows, 2017 could be the end of Fairy Tail, because if you think about it, if you follow the manga is pretty freaking close to ending. Like, it seems as though like we're wrapping up pretty much everything. We're getting everybody's final little bits of their backstory. We got so many different revelations. It seems as though Fairy Tail could very well end in 2017, and who knows, maybe Hiromashima's gonna have the finale play out in the actual film. I'm not sure, because this film has been delayed quite a bit. Now, there's been theories as to why. Some people say and speculate it was because of the OVA. It was taking up too much production time. I personally don't buy that theory, simply because an OVA is what, like 30 to 40 minutes at most, you know, depending on how long, which I don't even know how long the latest one was, but they actually got that out and then they announced this. I'm guessing they were waiting till they got that out, but that wasn't the particular reason that was dragging it down. I think it's mainly because of the manga. I think they were waiting for him to get to a certain point, and yeah, it's kind of making me think Fairy Tail could very well end, and then this movie's going to be like the finale, kind of like what they did with Naruto with the manga. We had, you know, the ending, and then we had the last, and then Boruto, so maybe it might play out like that, but it's also making me wonder, are we going to see the return of the anime? Because if they do end the manga, and this film is kind of like the epilogue to it, then maybe we won't actually see that final season of the anime, which really would suck, because the Fairy Tail anime I always felt was superior to the manga, because the Fairy Tail anime, it looked gorgeous, it kind of just gave it more life than the manga did. So if they don't bring back the anime, that's kind of going to be disappointing. I really hope they do. At the very least, if nothing else, pull in Inuyasha and give us Fairy Tail, the final act, final chapters, final saga, whatever you want to call it, because I would like to see the last remainder of it be animated, which would take place from, you know, the beginning of the time skip with the Alvarez stuff into the war and all that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. What do you think this film? I mean, obviously it's called Fairy Tail Dragon Cry, so I'm imagining it's gonna have something to do with the dragons and possibly maybe a death, because if you've seen Fairy Tail movie 1, which I think honestly for Fairy Tail especially, it's pretty underrated, because it was a decent film and it wasn't like a happy campy ending. It actually ended kind of sad and tragic, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do that for this film as well, which again, if it's canon, that would actually be pretty freaking awesome. So kind of curious about that, and your thoughts on this. Any theories? How do you feel about this coming out so delayed? Do you think that that has something to do with, again, the ending and maybe connecting it to the manga? And your overall thoughts, again, spring 2017 Fairy Tail Dragon Cry movie 2. Let's go. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Let's see this movie soon. It's been delayed enough.